So, sometimes I just wonder if I feel like there should be more, right? And I don't mean more money or more things but I feel like there's something so missing. In my life, I I feel like I've tried to plug those holes and figure out what's missing. I do love my house and it's bringing me a lot of comfort. I enjoy it. I don't mind being here. I'm not sure about Tennessee or not, um, but my house is here, so I'm here. And not that it's bad. Don't get me wrong. It's not necessarily bad. It's just different. My favorite place to be is Colorado, and I left Colorado only because, well, my sister left, and I didn't have that many people. It was just me and my daughter. I did have niece and two nephews, but I didn't see them that often. So once my sister was moving, it's like, well, where do I want to go? And she moved to Arkansas, and I certainly didn't want to go to Arkansas. There's just something that doesn't feel right about Arkansas to me. Not that it's a bad place. I'm not dissing it. It's just for me, not for me. Um, and and I felt Nashville was kind of like an in between, right? It was more small townish, or the Nashville area. I'm not in Nashville by any means, but Tennessee is like, I feel like I'm kind of in a small town, but yet I'm close enough to a big city. A big city, Nashville's pretty big, and I thought that would be a good place to start. And me and my daughter we just like literally threw a dart at. We were looking for something with decent temperatures, not too cold, not too hot. Um, things like that. Like we weren't looking and decent cost of living. Um, but there's still something just missing. I try I try to do my hobbies, and I mean, everyone knows I've painted, I do these things. I Right now I'm doing diamond paint by diamonds or whatever it is, and it's okay. It doesn't really keep my mind occupied, but um and it's just like I've got something missing. And I keep, and I love doing tarot cards, but I don't know if it's that. I don't know. I don't want to say it's a man because that's just, to me, like that's like the end all. Um, when my parents got divorced and I heard my mom, like we were doing a project around the house, and it was the first one we did when he wasn't around, and she was trying to take down some blinds or something, and she just screams at the top of her lungs because she had two daughters, and she said, "Don't ever count on a man, don't ever count on a man," basically. And from then on, it was like, ooh, I better make it on my own. And it stuck with me big time because I think the emotional piece of it was huge. I saw my mom struggling, and she didn't want us to struggle like that, and she didn't want us to ever feel like that. And I always coincided it with, you don't need a man. You don't need a man. And I've always made enough money to not need a man that way, which is a big deal for, some women can't, and some women make more than their men. It's just the way it is. And I've always tried to do my own things around the house. And to be honest, with my ex, I learned a lot about that kind of stuff. Um, but if you make enough money, you can always hire someone, right? Um, so in that respect, it's always, been that. But then I think there is something missing. I do want companionship, but I want companionship. I don't, um, but at the same time, I don't necessarily want someone around me all the time because I like my free time. So I don't know. I think that, but I don't want to say that, like, right? I don't want to admit that. I don't want to admit that what's missing from my life as a man. And it could be just the social interaction, and that could be all I need. But all I know is I saw someone, a couple weekends ago, and I got held, and that was huge. Just being held. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Um, and then I was like, well, maybe it is. Maybe that's something you need. You don't need a man to put up blinds or paint or to buy a house or to buy a car or whatever it is you want. But maybe you do need to be loved, you know? So, wow. Anyway, um, I guess that's what it is. But I don't know. I'm standing in my game room, so I am doing like this diamond painting of Batman for my son. I don't know if you could see it, but it's huge. It'll take me forever to get it done, but I didn't expect it to be this big because most of the time when I buy these things, they're in centimeters, and this was 20 by 30. I thought it was 20 by 30 centimeters. Well, it's 20 by 30 inches. It's going to take me a long time. And then I have my TV, so I'm up in my game room and I can work on this in the evenings and watch TV and have, because I was doing these downstairs and I had little diamond stuff everywhere and I couldn't eat at my dining table. So I'm hoping this helps. Anyway, I better get back to work or get to work. I'm just logging in now. Take care.